And friends, of course, that's a separate topic. If we're talking about Asia, then of course I just can't help but remember China, which is slowly but surely absorbing all the Russian regions. Methodically.
The television report said, well, basically there is going to be a factory, plenty of new jobs. Here you go, take that, as they say. It's all China. All of this was done for China.
And naturally Turkey as well. Erdogan's position here is clear and understandable. Putin is simply obliged to return all temporarily occupied territories to Ukraine. Crimea is no exception.
Our support for the territorial integrity, sovereignty, and independence of Ukraine remains unwavering. The return of Crimea to Ukraine is a requirement of international law. And
also, friends, some insane chaos is happening in Russia itself right now. The New Year holidays are over, and Russians have kind of woken up to how much prices have gone up, and they really have gone up.
Well, friends, we're starting the new year 2026.
What?
That's right, Sugar.
So my husband went to the store.
How much do you think all of this cost?
3,000.
Three grand.
Did you
even see that? Now, even chocolate is being hidden in the region for cases like this because prices have skyrocketed. Already 139 rubles. People are forced to steal.
Do you know what the record is here? It's that Putin put a VAT increase from 20% to 22% under the New Year's tree for Russians. And in general, Putin promised that prices wouldn't go up after this. Yeah, right.
I was just out shopping for work, and honestly, I was absolutely shocked by the prices. What used to cost before New Year's 250 to 300 rubles, now it's over 500.
You know, over there in their swamp of civilization, they have a finance minister named Sivuanov, and he says it outright. All Russians, yes, 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 you too, you will be paying for Putin's war against Ukraine. You'll be taking money out of your own pockets to fund the war.
We need additional spending on defense and security. Today, this is our country's main priority. And in order to ensure the necessary resources, yes, we are currently adjusting the value-added tax.
By the way, Russians, you're probably expecting a salary increase in 2026. Well, you're so naive, forget about it. After all, you're at war with Ukraine. What money? The main thing is to defeat Ukraine.
Alexei Chekachev, managing partner of the HR agency A2AMN, shared a story about a factory with 2,000 employees in the Central Federal District. According to him, at the end of the year, the owners of the enterprise announced a freeze on salary indexation due to expensive loans and a spike in prices. Even though the company broke its record for production volume and increased its revenue. According to Chekachev, the model of tactical poverty is also used by one of the retail service chains to pay employees less. The Moscow Times.
Listen, don't worry about the money. Russians might not actually die of hunger, but from the cold.
The whole city has been freezing for 3 days now. Heating, electricity and water were shut off back on December 31st. At least we have a pool where we can get water, but everyone else is melting snow.
Yeah, it's a real snow apocalypse here. No time for empire building. And yes, people really are melting snow to survive. And the authorities, what about their leadership? They're looking for neo-Nazis. In Ukraine? What a clown.
A state of emergency was only declared on the second day, but no one tells us anything. No one informs us in any way. The emergency services don't tell us anything. They say, we don't know, just wait. And
this kind of chaos is happening all over Russia, from north to south.
In early January, let me remind you, several regions of Russia were literally paralyzed by the powerful cyclone Frenti, which caused flight delays at airports, car accidents, closures of federal highways, and problems with heating and electricity. And
this is the kind of chaos happening in Kamchatka, while the local authorities remain silent.
The snowfall in Kamchatka also broke the record for the past 30 years.
And now this is Moscow, somewhere near the Kremlin.
This is a snowfall that Moscow hasn't seen in the middle of winter for the past 56 years. Then
the snow falls gently from the sky, slowly covering the landscape in a thick white blanket of frost.
And you know what's the main thing about all this? It turns out that when it comes to the snowfall and the cold that hit Russia, do you know who's to blame? That's right, Ukraine. KFU with this nonsense. Some government officials believe that the bad weather and its consequences in southern Russia could be the result of the use of climate weapons. Obviously, such a large amount of precipitation can't just fall all at once for no reason. This was done to divert our resources to deal with the aftermath of the bad weather. It's amazing. In the middle of winter, laughter fell in Russia. What a surprise, that's never happened. Now the mayor of Moscow, Sobyanin, steps in. He says, give us more air defense systems. It's freezing. A cunning plan by Ukraine's forces. I think they've completely lost their minds over there, right?
Sergei Semyonovich requested additional air defense systems from the military to protect the capital. They promised to take care of everything. These are very difficult times, but we hope everything will be all right. This was the comment from a source close to the Moscow mayor regarding the situation.